And we are live. Welcome to the 20th of April mob session. This mob is on JavaScript, and we will be talking on JavaScript screens and string methods. Oh, JavaScript events, sorry. Yeah, we are not yet on JavaScript screens. Okay, so we have Lucy, Getty signed in as Poddy, and one view on YouTube. Yeah, so we can start. So maybe I'll start by sharing my screen. No, sorry. We have to do a random selection on my screen. Let me share my screen. Oh. You can lock it to my screen. So we have to do we want to randomize. So we will have numbers. Getty, pick your numbers.
I'll pick 0 and 2.
Okay. Lucy. 3 and 4. Okay. So I remain with 1 and 5. Okay. Okay, let's randomize this thing. Jesus Christ. Suggesting import upfront. I'm always nervous in such cases, so. With oh, we should do it with JavaScript, okay. But random. So 100. No, 5. Okay. Kevin, nice to see you. Shall we randomize you? Kevin. Seems like he has a problem with this. Is it that way?
Yes.
So we are trying to make it using JavaScript. Since this one is about JavaScript, let us not use our language just because we're comfortable with them. So we'll increment. I guess this is incrementing by 1. So the first one is 3. Whose number was 3?
Nine.
So Lucy, 3. Can you remind me, Getty, of your numbers?
0 and
Lucy was
3 and 4.
3 and 4. So mine is 1 and 5. Okay, 3 again. 4. Who's that? Oh, we have Lucy today leading the mob. Yeah, for once she gets to lead. Sorry. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. So Lucy, you can. We have Lucy taking over. So let's wait for her to get connected and all that. Lucy, you can start whenever you're ready. Make a left and make a right. Lucy.
Okay, welcome to today's mob. Welcome for today's JavaScript Mob. And today we'll be talking about JavaScript events.
Uh, Wait so that she can get connected. She wasn't being heard. Let's give her time. Maybe problems with the mic.
Welcome for today's
Yeah.
Welcome for today's JavaScript Mob. And we'll be talking about JavaScript. So welcome. Get ready to learn. HTML elements have events, or rather, HTML allows you to perform, say, events like clicking a button or maybe hovering a mouse pointer, and that is where JavaScript comes in. It helps you to implement whatever it is that you want, maybe the on-click event to do. For example, um, on the website yourself, we have a HTML event called onClick. So HTML will provide the event like onClick. So you can add the onClick event on button. And then JavaScript will say what will implement, or rather will define more of what will happen when you click the button. For example, in this case, if I click on that button, if I click on the what time is it, the button, I should be able to see the time. This is because the JavaScript, the JavaScript is the one that is the code that is written in blue. Document dot get element the ID demo button, and you can see the JavaScript. There is a get function in JavaScript. That is what will display this. This is what will be displayed. Sorry, this function is the one that will display the day, date, month, time, whatever. So that is the work of JavaScript to implement the HTML events.
So what's the event in that case, in the example you are just in?
On click.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are many more events that there are many more events like on chain, on click, mouse over, mouse out, on key down, and on loop. Yeah, and these events, this is something that I forgot to mention. These events could be anything from um, like something simple like clicking a mouse to when a page loads, or we have been given an when an HTML input field was changed. So the syntax is HTML, sorry, element, and then the event. The element is whatever you're adding, whatever you. For example, it could be a text, or it could be a button, or it could be anything. And the event, it could be any element. Yes, any HTML element. And the event is the text. Sorry, it's the code that will be specified by JavaScript. Um, any question until then? Any question?
So event is an attribute in HTML tags.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. To test ourselves in the exercises, in this case, we've been told that the element P, sorry, the P element, the paragraph element, should do something when someone clicks on it. Try to fix it. So, who can help us with that?
Uh,
Anyone?
okay, so on some event,
Yeah,
the exercise is showing something when it's clicked. So I
clicked.
think
Yeah,
it's on click.
yeah. That will be the most appropriate event. Yes. So when we click, it does exactly what it was supposed to do. I think if, for example, we could do on mouse over, let me see. It could still do the same thing, but we've been told that someone clicks on it. That is where we got our hint. Or rather, that is where I'm assuming you got your hint from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we try it with another one?
You know?
With another one.
Let me see.
Or let's just do that.
Okay. This one is when the button is clicked, trigger my function with an event. Who will help us with that?
Good. Okay, when the button is clicked, trigger my function with an event.
An event, yeah.
So we can, I think we should see the result first so that we can know what we can do.
The result won't do.
You have to click
Like,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm clicking, nothing is happening.
okay, so
It's
we
okay.
have to fix that.
I think we'll still use one click. Yeah. Where exactly?
We should put the on click
Yeah.
on the button.
Yes.
So on click, we assign it the, not rather assigning it, but calling the function there. So the function is my function. Parentheses. No, not parentheses, quotes.
Okay.
Remove the white spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we skipped something. Let me just go back. Yeah. What can JavaScript do? Um, the second part says that many different methods can be used. Let JavaScript work with events.
Lucy, I can see that in the chats, Kevin is saying he can only hear your echo. Please fix your mic.
Kevo, can you hear me now? Kevin.
Maybe he has a problem with his mic. Just try and. Oh,
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so I was in the second part. Many different methods can be used to let JavaScript work with events. HTML attribute can execute JavaScript code directly. So I'm assuming this code, like where you had the event, like button, one click, and then whatever you want the event to be. And then there's HTML event attributes can call JavaScript function. That is like the example we've just seen. Yeah. When you click the click me button, my function will be implemented, or rather will be called. And then you can assign your own event handler function to HTML elements. Right now, I'm not quite sure what that means. Can anyone help me? Yeah. Can as in I've asked, or rather I've said that you can assign your own event handler functions to HTML elements. And I've said that I'm not quite sure about what that means. Yeah, and I need someone to help me understand it. So we'll do some coding that.
no. So
Okay.
by that,
Yeah.
can prevent events from being sent or being handled.
No, I was talking about the third point.
Oh, the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, you can assign your own event handler function to HTML elements.
Mm.
So that is, you
Element.
see, like
Yeah.
these are my views. You are free to share your own. So as in, like the on-click event or the on mouse out on search, you can assign your own event handler functions to HTML elements. Is that really it? I'm also uncertain, but assign your
Things like you can define your own
what are event handler functions? I think event handler functions are the on mouse in,
event.
on click, on load. I think those are the event handler functions, but I'm not clear. Functions.
Yeah. Uh, so the handler. Yeah.
Oh,
So
so the handler. Lucy, just say what you wanted to say.
uh, I was thinking, so could it be the function that we define? Like for example here.
Yeah, yeah. It makes sense when it's the function, but not the.
Okay.
It
And
makes sense
then,
that way.
um, sorry, and you can prevent events from being sent or being handled. So, um, I think that one would be like you, you define a handler, event handler, that I don't know. Anyone help me?
Event handler. Can you please go back to the other screen? You can send it.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, that one.
you can prevent events from being sent or being handled.
So we can prevent things like on click from being handled or sent.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I'm thinking the things that are being talked about here, what JavaScript can do, I think that are linked to other chapters or something like that. Because they look like points like that, according to me.
Okay. But I just had that thought. What will in your event handler function, you could specify that if it's a word, on click cannot apply to it.
Mm,
But as you have said, we learn more. Yeah. So
I think can
yes,
no, I wanted to clarify on something, but
you wanted to. Okay, we could say the last exercise before we move on. Um, the span element should do something when someone moves the mouse over it.
no, no, one more, one more try.
Try to fix it. Getty,
I think it is one mouse or a over.
which one should I start with?
On mouse.
No, like I was asking which one between hover and mouse over.
I think over. Yeah.
Yeah.
can
Yay.
you try on hover?
On hover on mouse. Yeah.
On hover. But that's not what
Yes.
On mouse.
is on mouse hover a thing.
Let me try. No.
I guess it's just like the.
Yeah. So
Um,
um
if you want
if you
to
want to
see
see
the
the
complete
complete
list
list
of
of
events,
events, HTML
HTML
DOM
document,
events, you can go to JavaScript reference HTML DOM events. Yeah, so we'll move to the next part. JavaScript strings.
so JavaScript strings are
Script string storing and manipulating text. For example, let me just do it on my terminal. For example, if we had var x equals JavaScript. Yeah,
so
so
here
here
X is a
x is a
variable
variable
and
and
string is
string is
a
a Is it visible now?
Yes, very.
Yeah.
So
So
X is a
X is a
variable,
variable,
and I
and I
love
love
JavaScript.
JavaScript is
The
the
text
text
that is
that is
stored in
stored
the
in the
variable.
variable.
So
So
this
this will
will
enable you to
do
do any manipulation that you would want to
do
do
on
on
the
the string.
if you
If you
wanted to
wanted to
get
get
the
the
length,
length,
if you
if you
wanted
wanted
to
to slice it,
if you
if you
wanted to
wanted to
reverse
reverse
it,
it,
you
you
would
would
be
be
able
able
to
to
do it.
do it.
Kevin is
Let's
suggesting
see.
that before you go to JS strings,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
create our own event handler.
I don't know how to.
Yeah, I think since we don't know how to create a handler, maybe we can put it for the next session.
Creating a handler. So you
Yes.
already created a handler.
The function.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the handler.
Yeah, so I think the event handler is the function on our previous try it yourself. It was the function my function.
So we did.
Yeah, so maybe Lucy, you can go to the screen so that you can try and clarify it.
Okay. I think it is exercise 2.
Yeah.
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 So
Here we have
an
an
element
element button.
button.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
have
are
that.
there. Everyone.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
we
an
have an
element button.
element button.
This is the
This is the
element that
element
we
that we will
add
add
the event.
the
Yeah.
event. Yeah.
So
So
because
because
we're dealing
we're
with a
dealing with a
button,
button,
our
our
event
event
will
will
automatically be
automatically
on.
be on click.
So
So
when you click
when
the
you click the
button,
button,
it will
it will
implement
implement
the
the
function
function
my
my
function.
function.
Function
Function
my
my
function
function
is
is defined
defined on
on
the
the
script.
script.
So
So
our
our
event
handler
here
here
is
is
I'm
I'm
not
not
I'm not
quite
quite
getting
getting
it.
it.
The
The which
which
is
is
the
the
event
event
handler?
handler? Yeah.
I think the event handler is the by function. The
The
function
function
my
my
function.
function.
Yes. No,
No,
the
the
function of
function
my
of my
function
function my function is
is
to
to display the
display the
word
word hello world.
Kevin, anaongea.
oh,
Um, uh, I haven't heard him.
Kevin.
Kevin, Kevin,
I
I
don't
don't
think.
think he's talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
for
for
me,
me, the function my function is
display the
displaying the
word
word
hello
hello
world.
world,
And
and
the
the
hello
hello
world
world
is
is
displayed
displayed
when
when
you
we
click
click button click me.
button.
When you
So
Then button is the handler. No,
no,
the
the
button
button
is
is
an
an
HTML.
HTML element.
so at this moment, according to Kevin, is that we don't have an event handler on which our event handler, according to him, is on click. If I'm not wrong.
On click,
Yeah.
Okay, what is the event?
on click,
The
What's the
event.
event?
on click.
On click.
Yeah.
What happens when you click?
The word hello world is displayed.
So what just happened to that event?
Um,
The
the
events
events
are
are
called
called the method my function. Sorry, the function my function.
Get it said it just got handled.
Yeah.
You have an event, what do you do with it? You handle it.
But I don't think my function is the one that is handling it because the function, my
So
function,
uh,
displays the word hello world
what's the event?
on click.
On click. When you click, what happened?
The words hello world is displayed
How? Why?
because you've clicked the button.
So when you click the button,
The words are displayed
why are they displayed?
because you've clicked the button.
So according to Kevin, it's that my function handles the event by executing the content. So I think by the button itself, by clicking it, we are calling the event. And by clicking it, by displaying, it's handling our event.
Okay.
Yeah, so my function is just being handled by the on-click event.
How's Miguna handled?
Miguna was handled.
What was the event?
The event was brutally.
By who? What is the event handled?
So the purpose in our case of handlers.
So
Which
if
is a
we
function.
Yeah, so
my function is the event handler here.
yeah.
You have an event, you have to handle the event. Otherwise, no one will handle it.
So, for example, on the first event, the simplest one, the element event, and then some JavaScript. For example, button on click document dot get element by ID to brackets demo dot inner HTML equals to date, the function date. Yeah, and then the button says the time is, and then when you click, displays the day, the time. Yeah, even the time zones. So here, the event handler is the date function.
yeah, I think the event handles the date
Mhm.
because it's what executes what we want.
Okay, so our what's it called? The event handler
Our
must
event
always
is on
be
click,
a function.
and the one that handles our event, in our case on this screen, can you go back on the my function? Let's use this one. Oh yeah, let's use that one.
This one. Which
My
one?
function. So in our case, can you add the event on the button?
On click equals or on click equals
Space.
my function. Okay,
Yes.
and then when you click, what have I done wrong? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so in our case, our event is on click.
Yeah.
And by clicking, which is calling the event, the one that handles our event is the function my function.
Okay.
So my function is the event handler. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any, yeah, we would have an event called but nothing to execute by the event.
Okay. So does it mean our event handler must always be a function? Because, for example here, the exercise 1 point on my this dot inner HTML equals to good job. Click me.
Okay, so rather what it can be a function, and in our case, if we wanted, we would have created a function which handled this,
Yeah,
in
but
which we will say document dot get element by ID. We give the tag an ID,
yeah,
in which on get element by ID we inner.html the message we want.
yeah.
So by calling the event, by assigning the event our function, it would have been an event handler. But instead of writing a function, we have just written it directly.
Yeah, so my question was an event handler is not necessarily a function.
Yeah, it's the JavaScript code to be executed.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go back to the JavaScript events on your tab, you can see that the event equals to some JavaScript. So not
Okay.
necessarily a function, but the code to be executed, which is the JavaScript code.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So I can't hear Kevin, but I wanted to ask if he has a question. Kevin.
Kevin, you can share on the chat.
Yeah. So can we move on now? Yes.
Yeah.
So we were on strings. Strings. And I was explaining that JavaScript strings stores values or other texts, and we can be able to manipulate them. So here, for example, I had written bar x equals to I love JavaScript. This is our string, and a string is anything that is written in double or single quotes. It does not matter as long as the quotes are the same. I don't think you're allowed to do something like this. Yeah, you have to use the same. If you started with a double quote, you finish with a double quote. If you started with a single quote, you finish with a single quote. Yes.
Start what you finished. Started with a single, you must finish with a single.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a joke.
Finish what you start.
Oh.
Yeah. So the first, the length of a string is found in inbuilt property of a length. Yes.
Mostly you are
Kevin.
Hmm.
No
Yeah, so
questions.
yeah, so Kevin has no question. He said it's
Okay.
now clear, and he has summarized that event handlers don't have to specify the function calls question. Function calls question. What are these?
I think he's saying I think the function called.
The function calls question.
Event handlers don't have to
I think
specifically be function calls.
Yeah, maybe it's a type.
function call
Oh,
that we were doing.
the question was
Yeah.
a correction on the typo. He wrote question.
Okay. So we have a property, string property, that is called length, and the length is the number of characters, or should I say, yeah, characters in a what is it called? A string. For example, if we wanted to find the length of a X string, we would do X dot length, and that is 17, which is 1, 5, 7, 9, 7, 9, 11.
So does it count even the white
13, 15.
spaces?
Yeah, I think so. Because the characters are 15 plus 2 white spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't think that happens in Python. Does it?
Yeah, it's the same.
Or
In
we also
Python, we use
count.
the len.
No, as in we also count the white spaces.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're also characters.
Okay. So
Moses, do you have any question?
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll move on. Special characters. Because string must be written in quotes, JavaScript will misunderstand this string. Var x, we get the so-called Vikings, and then the Vikings are again put inside double quotes from the north, and the whole string is put in double quotes. So I think JavaScript will consider the first part to be a string on its own, the second part to be a string on its own, and then there's this middle part that does not have anything. So I think this is a syntax error.
Is it?
A syntax error.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it will not do recognize the first part. We add this whole, and then place another string.
Let us.
Can you
I
try?
was thinking it was being syntax error. Like, let us try. R X. Yeah. An error. Unexpected identifier. So to do this, we escape back. Yeah. So for example, no, and so how would anyone
How about how about you remove the Vikings part? Then we have double quotes, double quotes.
like this?
Yes. Also,
Unexpected string. It's like I think if you wanted to do this, you have to concatenate the two.
with a class.
Yeah. Or with a constant method.
What
But
if I wanted to remove the Vikings but what?
now we use the backslash. Backslash to escape the quotes. So
I think you should place a backslash
yes,
in front of every quote,
in front.
of
Yeah.
every double quote that's been repeated. No?
No,
Behind.
right.
Where is it? Yes. Pattern.
No, backslash, that's a forward slash.
Oh, okay. This one.
Yes.
And yes. Fact. So, and since we are using the backslash to escape, it means we also need to escape the backslash. Because we are using the backslash to escape. For example, if we had something like, the so-called Vikings stroke. If you wanted to say Viking stroke what? The Vikings. Let's say, yeah. More sense. Yeah, we're just doing an example. So
No, Vikings are not pirates.
Go there.
Vikings are those.
Really, really weird people
Yeah,
from
they,
the north.
Bandits. The same one.
Bandits. Is
yeah, they are
correct.
bandits.
Bandits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they in the same?
They steal and
Like,
kill.
are they like knights?
No, they steal and kill. They steal and kill. They're not honorable people.
Okay.
They steal and kill. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, if we had something like this, we'd get an expected identifier. Then we escape the double quotes. For example, actually, I've seen what I wanted to do, but I think it won't help. This won't help. Sorry. No, I wanted to use a scenario where we have a backslash. Yeah. Yeah, but it will confuse the JavaScript compile interpreter or something. Like you need to escape it again. Like here, if I do this, it will work. But why do we need to? Sorry. When yeah, because it's yeah here. Escape.
Just put it for one. It can think that you're escaping the next one. Can you try? I'm still not convinced.
Like I was expecting this to work. I don't know. It's not working. Okay. And this is a backslash. I thought it would. Yeah.
So if you wanted to include it, it's included.
But where do we? Which scenario do we need to escape it? Like in a.
I was saying,
Yeah.
the moment you put even a special character inside a string, it's already a string. But I think the only exceptions are double quotes and single quotes. That's what I think.
So here. And why have we been told that we can escape a backslash with a backslash? Here. Let's try this. Yes.
Try that.
Come again. Where do I need to put the single?
So we are trying to use single quotes.
On the string.
Yeah. So let's try and see whether it will work.
It's okay. It still works.
So if it works, let's go to the try it yourself
Yeah.
and try it.
Yeah, this example. Yeah. The escape sequence, double backslash, inserts a backslash in a string. The character, that one is called a backslash. So if if I typed X, okay, I'm not really quite getting it. Var X equals to character. That one is called a backslash. Let me copy this too. Okay. Sorry.
I was thinking maybe an older version of Node like didn't accept this before, but now there's an upgrade. Maybe.
Because I've copied exactly the same thing on my terminal, and this is the result, which is different from what they have given us here. Yes, I don't know how to do that.
So let's try it on the browser.
Right click.
Just go to inspect element. Yeah, or that. So choose the console at the top.
Okay.
So on the console now you can type in your command.
So var X equals, sorry. Var X. Yes. Oh, X. Yeah, it works.
And with one?
Yes.
With one?
Can you try it with one, maybe? No, the backslash.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Unaenda kwenu alafu narudi.
One. It it has been escaped. That is a word. Yeah, it's not there. It has been.
What are we basically escaping here?
Like it has escaped itself.
Yes, the backslash.
So the backslash is escaping itself. I think it was reasonable they removed it because it makes no sense to escape an escape. Escaping nothing. If it would have removed the white space,
Yeah.
it would have been reasonable. But
Yeah.
now,
Yeah, it's just
Okay, so what's the conclusion? Yes. Yes, I have. Can you? I had shared. Okay. And our time is almost up. We have 3 minutes. So, any questions? Anything to add? Um, we have not finished, but it's okay. Yeah. We can start from break. breaking code lines, long code lines. Yeah. So, do you have any questions again? Or anything to add or clarify? Okay, I think that's it. Bye.
Bye.
So what are you doing next?
We will pick up from breaking long code lines. Yes.
On strings.
Yeah, still on strings.
Okay.
Just below what we have done.
What's our goal next week? Where are we to reach?
Um, our team.
You can get
Okay, okay.
just the next one.
Considering we have obsessions, I think we should finish up to arrays, like string methods, numbers, number methods, arrays, array methods, and sorts. Sorry, array sorts. I think we should be able to finish all that, considering we have two mob sessions. Yeah, so bye.
Okay, bye. Thanks,
Thank
Lucy.
you for watching and learning and coding. Bye.